So today we discuss about the environmental science. Environmental science itself is most important concern in our life, the existence of life on Earth on this planet and surroundings. The surrounding itself, up to our solar system, the universe, the galaxy. So the cosmic issues, the celestial patterns, celestial bodies. So number of environment all around us that is concerned with that. So what we have, environment itself is all around us. What is that matter? So the simple definition of environment is itself is the whatever all around us. The universe we have to see, the sky we have to see, the earth we have to see, whatever that particular activity is relevant with the ourselves. So biotic, abiotic, different things. Whatever those, the climatic conditions, the geographical distributions, the climate change, weather conditions, earth component, then the needs for the human being. Needs for the human being, that particular concern with the simple things, the vital or materials itself, and then further the needs of the sustenance. Sustenance. Man itself needs a number of materials. Even we have to see the present context of the various technologies, developments, even the space research, even the expedition of different planets, different even up to the Mars. Even India also have the moon mission. So moon itself. So that is all around us. So moon have also the characteristics of what are those characteristics? So we see the space research ourselves. So that is also the part of the environment. How the Indian Space Research Organization, various satellites are uh, in space, which are planted in various orbits around the Earth. So space where our artificial satellites are there, okay, and their communication, their systems, they watch the earth phenomena, they watch even number of technologies which they have, artificial satellites controls and help us for their for different technologies. So now we have to see simple definition of environment is all around us, whatever we have to see. And the simple one, sun rays, solar energy. Solar energy is also the part of the environment. The weather phenomena. Weather phenomena, different patterns. Rainfall, whatever that particular rainfall, and then so rainfall, then rain is there, and after rain, what happen? Then water is flow from here to there, and that is utilized by human being. Water itself goes on the surface or underground. So that particular water from the rain itself is the around us. That is also the part of the environment. Then we have the very beauty of the different forests, different parks. That is the all around us. different colonies, different cities, different towns, human population, very big population, human the area where the what population density is much more high, the area where uh, water itself is present in coastal area, whatever the food, different plants, different animals, a very big number of animals present on the earth, on this planet, and how they get their requirements from the surroundings. So that is surroundings. So what we have, the environment is the present context all around us. Whatever that, even the mobile communication, the network communication, we also get the network communication that will be also the part of the environment. So let we have to see the different component of the social component, the biological component, whatever the economical components, different components are there. So let's we start the environment. Different components, number of components are there, and those components includes uh, uh, whatever the thing here you can say the hydro part, okay, the earth part, okay, then the environment part, then the space part. So space research, celestial, celestial bodies, different celestial bodies are there. What a beauty of the sky. Sky is also the part of the environment. We can see the sky, the area. So it is very difficult to give the answer where is the environment all around us. Whatever, if suppose we want to do the research on, we want to do the research on where is the life other than Earth, that can be easily. That is the also the part of environment. Water itself is required for the life. So human research, the research is under going on. That is there any planet is there where we water can be there? So the life can be there. So it is very difficult to give the answer. What is the environment? Very simple definition. Space research, space cover, different continents, different peoples, behavior of the people, the part of the environment, anthropological, political boundaries between the countries, between the planets, between the districts, between the states. So geographical distribution, where is the plant, where is the plain area, where is the sea area, where is the marshy area, where is the coastal area, desert in Rajasthan, Kashmir, the area coolest place. When we have to concern about the mountains, mountain Everest, the height about 9, about 10 kilometers from the seashore. See the height of Everest mountain. This is about 10 kilometer height. And what about the sea? In case of the sea, we have the 10 kilometer deep in the sea. So that particular concern itself is also relevant with the environment. Okay, so now the component, what we have the component. Which want we component? We live in a city, we live in a colony, the social component. If suppose we live in a forest, we live in a mountain, we live in sea, in Antarctica. Sea living, how? The sea area covered, whatever the different navy ships are there, and the human, the navy peoples, the coast guard, all those live in the sea. So there is the ship, whatever that particular. So any of that, what we have the concern, the nature, the places, which places, very hot conditions, the desert, 55 degrees centigrade, the temperature even in some areas 75 degrees centigrade temperature. 75 degrees temperature means very extreme temperature. Is it possible for human being to live in 55 degree to 75 degree? But in some places, this was observed that because of the heat, because of the solar radiation, the point itself is 75 degrees centigrade. Very hot place. How we can see that is also the part of the environment. Even the cool places are also there. Very what we have can see the very cool places. Cooling places are also there, and in that particular case, 975 degrees centigrade. 75 degrees centigrade minus 75 degrees. That is the big one. Plus 75 degrees centigrade and minus 75 degrees. So how human being the sustainability for that in case of the Antarctica area, in case of the North Pole, the Arctic area, minus degree, very cool places are there. So how we can live, how human sustainability is there. So that is the environment. Very beautiful places, very beautiful mountains, very hard mountains, Mount Everest, whatever in Europe, the rivers, Amazon River, Nile River in Africa, Ganga River in India, Yamuna River in India, whatever Gangotri, the place from where the origin of the Ganga. Here, northeastern part of the India, Arunachal Pradesh, whatever the Assam, the river flow, very big river. Big river, that is the Brahmaputra, very big river. Yangtze from the China. So we see the part of the Bengal, the place, the Sundarban, the delta present, marshy area in Gujarat. That is the part of the environment. There also live something mangroves, marshy places near the uh, border to Pakistan, the Gujarat, marshy place. The boundary between the Pakistan and Gujarat, the India, the state is the Gujarat. So that is also the part of the environment. So how we can define, how we can give what different items, different things are present on the earth from very beautiful, vital materials. Vital, very vital. The air, the water, the food required, food components, minerals. So all those relates with the environment. It is very difficult to give the answer that if we count what are the needs for human being. Population is increased very fast. In China, in India, population is more and more. So human population, one thing, then needs of the human population. Basic needs, vital material, air, water, very vital material. Then food is also required. So food, from where come the food? Where we get the food? How we get the food and why food is required? So number of requirement to fulfill the life. If we have to say the life of human being is 100 years. So why 100 years? Whether they can be increased uh, uh, the life can be increased from 100 to above. Is it possible? Not possible. Why not possible? Different disease than the part of the environment. 2019, the context of the pandemic year, COVID 19. COVID, part of the environment. The virus, special virus, very special virus. Pandemic situation. So many death occurs. Lockdowns are part of the environment. How population, how human being survive during the during the present context of the COVID-19. Still, the second wave is there. Whatever. So, this the part of the medical situation, the health issues, the infrastructure, the technology. Technology are also the part of the communication. The memory material. How we get the memory material? It is the computational computers. Their memory material in the form of the chip. How chip is formed? That is the part of the environment. The mobile communication, very fast communication, networking, different research, the robotic systems, robots, the security, very high security. Where we get the security? The money transfer, the technology, the environment, money in air. How this can be happen with the help of the environment? That is the part of the environment. That is the electromagnetic radiation, the present, that is the spectrum. Spectrum, very good, fine spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum where we get the different spectrum and get the communication, the security systems, all those. The radiation is the part of the environment. Radiation, abiotic component, relative humidity, the atmospheric pressure, pressure also relevant with the environment. Pressure, the coastal area, what will be the pressure on coastal area as compared with the mountain, bigger mountains, very big mountains. All those are relevant with the all around us. So components, however, we can say bio part, the life, plants and animals, bio part, and whatever then the earth part is relevant with the geochemicals, geochemistry, geography, geography, ocean, seas, mountains, various, the plateau, various systems are there. So present context we can say the components may be the hydrosphere, the biosphere, the lithosphere, then atmosphere. So now we have to see the various components constituent, not the component. Physical, what is the physical? Earth. physical behavior of Earth, where we have the climatic conditions, where we have the geographical distribution of Earth, where altitudes, the mountains, the longitudes, whatever those. Altitude, longitude, height from the coast, Mumbai, the physical constituent environment. Physical, air, water, the physical part. The mountain, plateau, earth, plateau, desert, mangroves, delta, even we are well known about the Dead Sea. Here also we can also mention something. Those are the holistic places for human being. Various holistic places are there, and they are the secured places. Very secure places are the places. Holistic places. For example, in India, there are the some places which are secured and for the purpose of the environmental security. The holistic places where the human have some whatever the powers, whatever that human situation, we have the beliefs that God is there. So the security of environment, and we have given that something powerful is there, some powers are there. So that's environment is itself is the power. So physical components as well as the biological, the viruses, the algae, the fungi, fungus, microorganisms, protozoans, amoeba, paramecium, number of microorganisms, very fine micro, various bacteria, the spores of plants in water, zooplankton, phytoplankton, very finite particles, very finite living organism. What is the living organism? What are the individual situations? Human beings have the individual situation where human being lives. Human population distributed very in broad spectrum, broad where the boundaries are there, but all human beings are the part of the animal. Number of animals are there, number of plants are there, and all those includes the biological environment. If tiger itself is there, so tiger needs something. The food is required, air is required, water is required for a tiger to sustain their life. The bargad tree, the people tree. So people tree needs respiration. That is the plant. They also respirate. Also take the food. Food is required for the banana tree, for the people tree, bigger trees, small tree. All needs the requirement. So that is the biological environment. What biological, what plants, what animals lives around us, and what is those particular plants? Various plants, bigger trees, the shrubs, medicinal plants, the herbs. In case of the animals, number of animals, very big animal, whale, mammal animal. Life is more and more. The tortoise, big tortoise. Life may be up to 500 years. Even recently, one whale was found, and the age of that whale was of about 500 years. So is that possible? But that is the biological environment. About 500 years age of a whale, and that was recently found in the Antarctic Ocean. So life age of tortoise 175 years. Age of dog, age of very small creatures, age of insects. So very small to bigger animals. Very small plants, fungi, algae, very simple, very minute plants. The fungi, the animals, uh, fungi itself the part of the plant. So algae, fungi, some desert related plant, some aquatic plants are also there, Spirogella. Aquatic plant, aquatic animals are there, those lives in water, aquatic portion. Terrestrial that those lives on the earth. Very simple, very finite, very characteristics of the biological environment. But because of anthropological activities, human needs some animal species are at the boundary of extinction. No more, no more animals. Animals are no more because of the exploitation by human being. So it is necessary to understand the human being. What is the environment? What are the different? Uh, what are the different the constituents benefits, significance of these particular environmental constituents? Physical, biological, and one more is there, the social relationship, the environment. USA, United States of America, Russia, the China, India, social. Even in India, different states, social relationship, the Maharashtra, the Gujarat, the Uttar Pradesh, the Tamil Nadu, social environment. What are those social? Someone eat the wheat, eat rice, and someone has the fishes. So social constituent of the environment. Kashmiris, Kashmiri people, Bengali people, we distinguish the social environment. Bihar, the people, social environment. So here, the three most important things, and those are the physical, biological, and social constituent of the. So now, the next part. Yes. Is this visible? Yes. Physical constituent. Whatever I have discussed, lots of more earlier. We can see the picture of here, physical constituent. What are the meaning of the physical and chemical and biological? Chemistry, physics, and biology. The physical part. The physical part, that is the physical component. I have earlier discussed about the weather conditions. Very hot place, very cold place, optimum place. Hello, we know about the different festivals of for human being in the Christians, in Muslims, in India, Hindus, and Buddhists. What are those particular? Uh, s- what are those? Their respect. The especially they give the respect to the environment or of any of the religion, any of the things they are giving. They have the ethics towards the environment. Why ethics? Ethics towards the environment. Why ethics? Because environment itself is one of the important and challenging one. If no air, the second wave of COVID-19, the problem of the oxygen. Why oxygen? For human being, because that is the physical constituent of the environment. How we get the oxygen? The simple process from the plants. The plants gives the oxygen and the carbon dioxide is used. The respiration system, respiratory system of human being, the organ controls the respiration is the in our human being the lungs. So because of the COVID-19, because of that particular condition, the lungs are affected. So the question is the physical constituent of the environment. Air. Most why we need the air? Because oxygen is present in air and air is all around us. But that is also the part of the certain area around Earth, the sphere of atmosphere. However, there are other spheres also around the Earth. So, Earth, the atmosphere, that is, then certain other spheres, including ozonosphere, ionosphere, stratosphere. And then we have the another planet, another boundary of the planet. Why that particular boundary between the other planet? And is there any possibility of life can exist on any of the other planet? So the constituent, physical constituent of environment that include soil. Soil is also one of the important part, important requirement for the growth of the so physical soil, which have the fertile soil in the agriculture. Fertile soil is required for the growth of plants and in agriculture. Agriculture produce different food materials. We get that particular food. We get that particular food from the plants, and those edible plants are grown, which are invented by human being. Which plant is suitable for us to get edible? To get to, which plants are the food? So that is the concern of the history, the human behavior, the human development, human population. Which food is required? Which food is the best, and which food is not? For example, the milk. Milk is one of the example of the food that milk products we are using. Milk products. What are those particular milk? Milk itself from the cattle, cows, buffaloes. However, certain other cattle also gives the milk. Milk contain whole milk itself when the nutrient values are there. But is it possible to get the specific nutrient food? However, the when human civilization get that such food is necessary for us, if green vegetables we want, so green vegetable, which material, which part is there, the iron part is there, the hemoglobin, the blood related the hemoglobin, and hemoglobin related with the iron, then iron itself is the constituent of uh, the physical constituent. Why? Iron, other nutrient materials are used by different plants. So that includes the soil, water we have, the climate conditions. Climate, where we get from the dry fruits, from where we get the coconut, coconut trees. So coconut is mainly distributed nearby the coastal area of earth. So here in India, where we get the coconut itself in large amount from the coconut tree. So coconut tree is present near the coastal area. Coastal area, which one? The Tamil Nadu, the Kerala. So definitely there will be the large number of coconut trees. So coconut itself is obtained, but that depends on the physical constitution. Optimum condition required for growth of the coconut tree. The saffron, very highly cost, very high cost of the saffron. Maybe 10 lakh rupees per kg, 20 lakh rupees per kg. So saffron itself can be have the need physical constituent that is required. Optimum temperature is required. Whatever the cold conditions are required. Climate, which type of climate? Different types of climate conditions. So that so here, if suppose rice is grown in certain particular climatic conditions, dry fruits are grown in certain climatic conditions. If apples, we can get the apple from the Kashmiri apple, from whatever the Himachal Pradesh apple is concerned with the dry fruit. So dry fruit, whatever different types of the uh, dry fruits, different number of different dry fruits. So they have what is the constituent of the dry fruit. Either these are the high value nutrients. So like climate temperature, I have earlier discussed. High temperature 75 degrees centigrade minus 75 degrees centigrade. These are also called abiotic constituent of the environment. Why abiotic? No life in these particular things, but they require for the life. Plant growth needs the abiotic component. Human being needs the abiotic component. Air need for the life because of the respiration, because of the lungs needs the oxygen from the air. So air is the example, and one more thing is the climatic condition. A very hot condition, how we can live? We have optimum climate condition. This part of the environment mainly determine the type of the habitat, the living condition, habitats, certain areas. What are those particular areas? The delta, the Sundarban, the place, the habitat. The mangroves, those are present. The plants, mangroves present in the Gujarat. The camel animal present in the desert area of Rajasthan. So that is the habitat. And where we get the fishes? Only in water. So those are the habitat areas of even the Kashmir habitat, the Arunachal Pradesh, the habitat area. So living conditions of human population also depends on this. Yes, how we can distinguish these uh, with that the physical constituent of the environment into three major parts. The gases means the atmosphere, the liquid means the hydrosphere, hydro vital material, water. Lithosphere, the solid, the mantle of earth mantle, 6,400 kilometer earth, 6,400 kilometer the solid material. So liquid, solid, and so this can be distinguished with the physical part. Why? Because all chemicals, all the materials having the three physical states. So physical state either liquid, but here the gases are in the solid form. Gold is in the solid form. Calcium carbonate, limestone, the lithosphere, the magnetite, the iron ore, calcium sulfate, gypsum, gypsum, woodite, tungsten containing minerals. So different solid part, mica, sandstone. Then number of solid materials which are here in the form of during the earth formation, number of compounds accumulates and they form in the solid form and they have to get the different rocks. So rocks also the part of the solid. Lithosphere, the sand, the different minerals, different ores. It is hydrosphere, one of the beautiful, the different seas, the oceans, Pacific Ocean, Antarctic Ocean, Indian Ocean. Then Bay of Bengal we have. Where is that Bay of Bengal? The water part, hydrosphere, Arabian Sea, Arab, United Arab of Emirates, Emirated, the Saudi Arab area, Arabian countries. That we have the beautiful hydrosphere, Arabian Sea, beautiful rivers. Rivers flows 12 months within they flow from whatever their origin, Ganga origin, Gangotri, the glacier, the solid water, that is the ice, snow. So hydrosphere part and why this water is required for sustenance of the life. Most of the cells contains the water. So water itself is the part of the hydrosphere. So physical constituents, we have the three things. Biological constituent, uh, that is we have already discussed. From that, uh, this component consists of all living things like plants, animals, small microorganisms like bacteria, and from the plants, the spores, very zooplankton, phytoplankton, unicellular microorganisms. The different phylum include the protozoans. Protozoans. Protozoan is the phylum of animal kingdom and where only unicellular, not a multicellular. Billions of cells are present in a very big animal, but only one cell, protozoans. This component interact with the abiotic component of the environment. This interaction of two components form different ecosystems. Eco interaction of living with non-living. The desert area, the pond ecosystem where only the water, but in the pond area, plants are there as well as animals are there, and some abiotic components are there. The social constituents of environment mainly consist of various groups of population of different living organisms, birds, social structure, animals, social structure, the flies, social structure. So that is the social, not related with the human being, but human is the intelligent one. However, there are certain social constituent for the birds, how the birds flies from one space to another space, and what happen when morning is there, the birds go to search for the food. This is the part, this is the society. If we have to hunt the cheetah, so that particular group of ants, and they can travel from one place. So that is the socialist constituent. So living organisms, birds, animals, like other living creatures, man builds houses, prepare food, releases waste material to the environment. This is very grim condition. A human being. Waste materials are transferred to the environment. So this is a very big challenge for that. So atmosphere, these three components give the four zones: atmospheric zone, hydrospheric zone, lithosphere, biosphere. There is continuous interaction among these four zones. These interactions involve the transport of various elements, compounds, and energy form. Now there are some of the multiple choice questions. Which of the following air pollution control devices is suitable for removing the finest dust from the air? Very fine dust. The answer is electrostatic precipitator. These are the technique, the cyclone separator technologies, fabric filter. Here, in present context of the COVID-19, the mask is there, masking the face. So, air pollution. What is that? That is the COVID-19, the virus is present. So, which of the following air pollution control device? So, we have the also the device of the masking. So, masks are there since last month. So, human being also masking the face because to prevent the air pollutants. Here, the answer is the electrostatic precipitator, air pollution from automobile. This is one of the big challenge, can be controlled by fitting. There are also the catalytic converters. So those catalytic converters uh, converts the pollutants into the battery. There are also, sir, which of the following inhalation dissolved in blood hemoglobin? This one, the ozone. In case of the smoke, the answer is B, a combination of smoke and fog. So, thanks to all of this. Okay, so we have C, all those. Okay, now, okay, so how we get